Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Game Genie video with yours truly, Solar Eclipse. Last time we left off, we had some very interesting codes sent in by GKGGAA. In this video, I will be showcasing the codes I found for Balloon Fight. However, this specific code set is for the Famicom version of the game. So for now, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Let me ask you something, guys. What is more awesome than a bonus stage? Well, how about 2 bonus stages? The code responsible for this fully functioning bonus stage is none other than PEYISU. Now, I'm not entirely sure why it behaves in this manner, but from what I can conclude, it seems like the bonus round might just be a flag that decides to activate every 4th level by default. Now, obviously I don't mean a literal flag, but in the game code, something is telling the game that it needs to remove all enemies from the stage, spawn balloons, and play the theme song while making use of the current stage we're on. Now, since the first 3 stages are essentially used to introduce new players to the game, we won't be able to see a repeat of this stage, and as a result, this is the only time you will get another bonus stage outside of the norm with this code specifically. With this in mind, it may be possible to make every single stage of the game a bonus round. Thus, we can reinvent the way the game is played. However, since it's a bonus round, there is no way to die. Even if you go underneath the stage where the water is, you'll merely despawn and cannot rejoin until the next stage loads. Now, I can see a use for something like this though. While the game is very old and there aren't too many people that haven't played it already, but if you're looking for a casual experience or merely want to go head to head against your friend without being interrupted by any artificial intelligence or computer controlled opponents, making every single stage into a bonus round allows for this new method of play. Speaking of new method of play, try the code GKGGAA on for size. I really don't need to explain this one. The gameplay just is gold. I mean, really, look how fast this is. If you're so good at playing Balloon Fight, and I mean to the point where you can roll the score counter back to 0, try beating it now. I've had a lot of fun trying to fight for a high score with this code on, even if it just gets to the point where I want to just snap the controller in two. You might be thinking, oh, Solar, you're just bad at it. And while I do agree this is a very bad run, made solely for the purpose of this video, I also feel you cannot grasp the true form of this game's speed without giving it an honest chance yourself. So here's my challenge. Try and beat my score. No, seriously, go on. Have at it. Upload a video too. Although this is all just in good fun, if you do make a video, I find it more enjoyable watching it via camera feed instead of screen capturing, mainly because it shows that you didn't use tool assist in your video, plus I find the personal aspect of the video more enjoyable. Now that's just me though. Now also, I could upload a better run in the future on this channel if it is something you guys would like to watch. However, if screen capture is your only way, or even your preferred way, that's fine too. I'll take your word for it, I promise. Now, the effects you are about to see from this next code are misleading. When a flipper is hit, the screen is supposed to look like a Game Boy screen, but this is what happened instead. Ah, that's better. So, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to explain what happened. This caught me off guard, but realized there is an issue I need to address right now. First off, the code in question is GAAKKI. What you saw right there was the recording I was trying to attempt while using Nestopia. This inconsistency and the invalid code error are 2 main reasons I'm not a fan of this particular emulator. This is not to say that other emulators out there risk being inconsistent with actual hardware. I just feel that I have the most inconsistency with this one in particular. And this is literally exactly why I try to run these codes through emulators as well as actual hardware, instead of just hashing out videos without checking for this. I may not catch it, however. If my information is wrong, please do point it out to me so I can fix it. I know there are some of you in the past that have done this already and helped explain things in great detail, which I sincerely appreciate. And while these videos are meant to entertain, factual evidence is more important, and the last thing I would want to do is mislead my audience intentionally. So remember, folks, always double check your work and double check your source for information. And with that said, let's move on to the next code. KLYVYY turns the start and select buttons into turbo buttons, giving you the power to pause faster than ever before. This is another code though, where an Nestopia emulation isn't all that accurate. It does affect the start and select buttons, however it does the exact opposite and disables them completely. I also forgot that during the recording there is the chance that it'll look like absolutely nothing at all is happening on screen, because the game is pausing every other frame. And when I render it for YouTube, I believe the FPS is approximately or exactly 30. So every other frame, the screen's gonna look paused, while the fact that there's still stuff going on. So this code has no real practical use that I can think of, unfortunately. I just found it amusing and wanted to throw it in. Plus that sound is just really annoying. Anyway, let's move on to the final code in our list. EOZTVV is our last code on this list, and it's a pretty tricky one. Now, I'm not sure under what conditions this occurs, but occasionally it seems as if the hit and hurt boxes for all the enemies are displaced on the screen sometimes. So as a result, you'll find yourself just passing through enemies, killing enemies, or accidentally getting killed yourself, even if you're nowhere near an enemy. This is kind of a joke code. I really don't see any real use, with the exception of maybe tricking your friends by putting in the code before they sit down to play. But if anyone would like to do some digging on this code and see how it exactly determines where the enemy's positions are, please give it a go. I'm kind of interested to see what you guys will come up with. Anyway, that's all the time we have for now. Thank you for watching, but before you go, please take a look at some of my other videos. If you're in the mood for more balloon fight, be sure to click the link to the left. Also, if you could use a few laughs, then head on over to the link on the right to view my Surviving 1-1 series. Also, lastly, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and follow me on various other social media if you'd like to keep up with more of my postings. Take care of yourselves, guys, and thanks for watching.